we are going to present time management as a small workshop. This goes on for 15 minutes. We are going to do one exercise in this workshop. So, I request you to be ready with notepad and pen such that at least we do one exercise in this workshop. So, first there will be a little bit of introduction about what is personality development, and afterwards I will give again a small introduction to what is time management, and then we try to see one exercise in this time management, how to prioritize our day to day activities, and then few more slides about the importance of this time management, how many years we are going to live here and how we are spending our time in various activities. We are going to see that and we will conclude with that. So, first of all, what is personality development? If you see, personality means integrated organization of physical, emotional, intellectual, social, psychological, spiritual characteristics of individual, and development is a ongoing process. So, if you see, as a person we have first the body, which is physical aspect, physical characteristics, and then we have mind and emotional characteristic and intelligence, intellectual characteristics, and finally our inner self, that is spiritual characteristics. So, this is personality, and development is a ongoing process. And some of the courses offered under this personality development workshop are under physical characteristics, self discipline, healthy body. This is discussed very much in corporate sector and also now in academic institutes. Then we have emotional characteristics, how to lead a balanced life, career and personal, how to balance both. And then we have stress management, which is offered very frequently in corporate sector. And then we have anger management. This is one of the major problems with the youth now, especially when the people are working in a team. Even for small things people are disturbed. So, this is also offered very frequently in corporate sector, especially where people have to work in teams. And then we have under intellectual characteristics, identifying or choosing goal. This is very, very important, because when the goal or objectives are not defined, many times we are frustrated in our life. So, this is a very important exercise again in corporate sector to identify or choose our goal, especially when it comes to performance. The managers will see how we have identified our goals in that particular year, and based on that they evaluate. And in life also we must have a goal. So, this is very, very important, and there are many trainings available, and we are also offering workshops on this. And then time management we are going to see now very briefly. Then about the social characteristics, good character and behavior is very important. Many colleges invite us to give workshop on this, and communication skills are also very important in modern world now. And spiritual characteristics, we have holy hour, spiritual practices and holistic lifestyle. So, these all topics come under personality development, and these are some of the well known personalities, great personalities, right, and that does not require any special introduction. So, let me give a brief introduction to what is time management. Time is our most precious resource, and we have to understand there is no any disparity in this, whether a person is poor or very rich, everybody is blessed with 24 hours. So, there is no complaint in this respect. And why time management is it necessary is a very important question. Because of our unclear objectives and the way we worked in a very disorganized way, and our inability to say no to certain things, time management becomes very important in everybody's life, whether student or professional. For everybody, time management is very, very important topic. So we can see here how with time every day we run, right? What is given here? Every day this is the problem. We are always thinking better I go at 8 o'clock to work, but we cannot make it. Oh, our day starts like this, late for work. And then we drive and we get a lot of frustration with especially traffic in India, some of the major cities, right? And then after that with time we run in the office. So this goes on. So with time actually we are running day in and out. So time management is very, very important. It's necessary because it's most valuable, very, very important, right? All the management gurus say that time is equal to money, but many people say it is more than money, because money you can earn and preserve it. If you lose money, again we have a hope that in couple of years we can earn. But with respect to time, it doesn't work like that. So time is most valuable, it is irreplaceable. Once you lose even one moment, you cannot get it back in life. So that's why this workshop is very, very important. It can only be managed, but it cannot be preserved. This is also very important point. And mostly our complaints, if you see, every day we say I need more time because we are not able to manage our tasks within the given time frame. And we say I want to enjoy my life more, and I am always running around. I never have time for myself and for my family. This is very common complaint, especially with respect to corporate sector. Right? In all the feedback sessions, mostly if you see 80% of the people give this feedback. We are not able to maintain the balance between our professional life and personal life. And many times we say this is not the life I want, I am very much stressed out, right? And I have no balance between my personal life and work. This I already covered. So one important thing is why time management is necessary. If you take care of the minutes, then the hours will take care of themselves, and in that way by proper utilization of time we can make best utilization of this rarely achieved human birth. In human life we have got limited time, right? So we must use it properly. And $1 million question is, can we manage time? So what is the answer? Actually we cannot manage the time. Time is not within our control. Very important thing to understand is, it is not the time, it is ourself. We have to manage ourselves within given 24 hours. This is very, very important. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Kala Kalayatam Aham. Among subduers, I am time. So we cannot control. Nobody can control the time. We have to manage ourselves. And time, if you see, past anyway, it cannot be managed or changed. But many times we waste our current time, right? Presently whatever is available, by thinking about past, what happened. So this must be noticed and we should avoid this. And then present, it can be managed, that's why this workshop. And future, it cannot be managed, but we can shape ourselves. So time management is basically the art, or more precisely, science of planning for the future and acting on present. So this is the exercise we are going to do. Now you can be ready with your pen and paper, right? All our activities can be divided into 4 quadrants. Okay, it's a very simple exercise. Right? On the x-axis we have not urgent and urgent, and y-axis we have important and not important. So if you see, in this quadrant it is called quadrant of quality, we have some activities which are not urgent but important, and we must plan these activities, because what happens is these activities which are there in this quadrant, this is called quadrant of action, anyway we will act. Why? Because they are important and also urgent. So, we will do it, but many times what happens, we ignore this quadrant and we become very inefficient in the long run. So, that is why what we are going to learn in time management is how to also accommodate the things in this particular quadrant. Now, before going to that, I want all of you to make this chart ready. Whatever we are doing every day, we can put into these 4 quadrants. So, second quadrant I already explained, and third quadrant is called quadrant of deception. This is where most of the times we are deceived. And what is this? It is not, it is urgent, it appears to be urgent, and it may be urgent sometimes, right, but it is not important. So, once you sense that it is not important, immediately you should stop that doing that activity, but most of the times we continue with that and waste our time. So, this is called quadrant of deception, which is urgent and not important. So, what we need to do? Delegate it and negotiate it, very, very important. And fourth quadrant, where we waste lot of time, it is called quadrant of waste. It is not urgent and not important, but we spend lot of time. Okay. So, we must dump it or avoid it. So, I will give you some 2 minutes, you can try to finish this exercise. At least you note down this, okay, because of limitation of time, maybe you will not be in a position to complete this exercise fully. At least you note down these quadrants and write few things, and next slide I will show what kind of daily activities fall into these 4 quadrants. Okay. So, this is the time management matrix. If you see the quadrant of action, anyway we will do it. This is the quadrant of action, right. So, here every day there can be some crisis or pressing problems, exams, like, and then project due date, anyway we will do them, right. We will act, car can break down. And then in this quadrant of deception, we can see chat messages, immediately WhatsApp, ting ting, and then even though it is not very useful for us, we try to see other messages also which are not important, and we spend lot of time. This is where we have to cut down. And then endless phone calls. Nowadays we can see from bank people or many other people, we will get some calls. Once we understand that it is not important, we have to cut it immediately. We have to definitely, end that call. Otherwise we are going to waste the time. Other people's small problems, peer pressure, all these things come under quadrant of deception. And quadrant of waste, if you see, some unimportant mails, morning, many people have the habit of going through all the mails, including some of the unimportant mails. In that way, what is very important in the morning, we are not doing, and we are wasting our quality time. So, we should reduce that as much as possible. And useless phone calls, too much TV and excessive computer games, this is one of the biggest problems now in many academic institutes, especially games through networking, like, and all, right. And mall marathons, this has become a fashion now. We do not buy even article worth of 10 rupees also many times, but we go to shopping mall, big shopping mall, and spend hours together, right. So, this one also we can definitely avoid. Now, the important thing I am going to tell you, quadrant of quality, it includes yoga, meditation, these all have tremendous impact in the long run. The next speaker is going to really show some kind of asanas and breathing exercises. So, that will help us. So, very quickly again, this first quadrant is like sharpening our axe. If you see, spiritual activities are very important. the founding director of this institute, Dr. T.D. Singh, used to say, in addition to our hard work, we need the mercy of the Lord and blessings of the teachers for receiving good luck. And this is from Abraham Lincoln. If I had 6 hours to chop down a tree, I had spent the first 4 hours. I would spend the first 4 hours sharpening the axe. So we have to do a lot of groundwork. So this is small exercise. I can quickly demonstrate. If you consider the time as part, water as quadrant 4, right? Quadrant of waste. Quadrant 3 is sand. Quadrant 2 is small stones. Quadrant 1 has big stones, right? Which is normally left out. The part can be filled like this. First you put the sand and then water, then small stones, then there will be no space for big stones. How can we fill effectively everything? The order should be different. First we have to put big stones and then small stones and then sand and water. So in this 24 hours we can accommodate everything. So with this slide I am going to conclude. If you see in our day-to-day life how much time we are spending with this pie chart, in our life we spend 22 years in sleeping. Many times we think, what is there, half an hour extra I am going to sleep or 1 hour, right? But then daily routines 2.5 years gone, meals 5.5 years, 5.5 years, commuting especially in cities 5.5, work 16 years, miscellaneous 2.5 years, personally for some personal discretion. So in this way whole life is spent. So we should be very, very careful. So please go through this. These are some of the points, takeaways from this session I want to give you. Maintain a strict sleeping schedule, very, very important in time management. Get up early in the morning, very important. Begin the day with good thoughts, not with some kind of disturbing thoughts, thinking about the past, right? Calmness of mind and revitalizing inner self through prayers and all will help us. Make a note of things to be done every day and prioritize them according to those 4 quadrants. Do not worry on problems which cannot be handled, right? And learn to say no, avoid procrastination, that means postponing the things. And before going to bed, relax by either listening to a soothing music or good thoughts. If you have sound sleep, again next day we will be very fresh. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sri Prabhakar Vallapalli. We'd like now to invite the next speaker, Sri Uday Bhag, who is a yoga practitioner, to speak on daily yoga for healthy living.
Namaskar. To quickly to give some introduction about yoga, that usually what we follow, and now in TV and in newspapers and everywhere in the world, the yoga we are practicing, that is called Ashtanga Yoga by Patanjali Rishi. And in Ashtanga Yoga there are 8 steps: Yama, Niyama, Asana, Pranayam, Pratyahar, Dharana, Dhyan, Samadhi, like that. So usually what we see everywhere, especially we see this asana and pranayama. Usually we don't talk about yama and niyama. The first step of this Ashtanga Yoga is yama, and the second step is niyama. So if without the knowledge of yama and niyama, we only practice asana and pranayama, so it will not be called yoga. So in gymnastics and in many other exercises also we do the same posture like, but if we include yama and niyama, then it will be called as a yoga. So yama niyama means that very common things. There are 5 parts in yama: ahimsa, satya, asteya, brahmacharya, parigraha, like this, truthfulness, then non-violence, non-stealing, celibacy, like the yama, niyama, ahim, socha, santa, stop, swadhyay, ishwar pranidhan. The main part of is that ishwar pranidhan. This we have a good faith and belief in God. So these are the basic two things. Then we come to the asana and pranayama. But usually we don't take care of this part, and everywhere we do asanas and pranayama. So I would like to request, so if we want to get result and if we want to get some benefits out of the yoga, so we must take care of these two parts, yama and niyama. Okay, quickly, I don't have any power presentation or any other thing, so I requested my friend Susanto Ghosh to come and demonstrate here on behalf of me. So, quickly, what I want that we must learn something for daily practicing which is possible. So 4-5 asanas I am going to demonstrate by my friend, and some 3 or 4 pranayamas. Asanas means postures, pranayama means breathing exercises. So usually we are supposed to practice asanas in empty stomach. But these 4 asanas which I have selected, this should be done with water, drinking water. This should be done in the morning, and for our healthy living, we must drink water in empty stomach, and only these 4 asanas we can do with water in stomach, not any other asanas. The first one is Viparit Karani. It is not actually asana. This is mudra. The Viparit Karani mudra it is. It is not, in yoga there are asana, pranayama, mudra, dhauti, basti, many other things are there. So it comes in mudra. So after drinking water, we should try to do this. That is Viparit Karani mudra. So this is the position. Then slowly you start this mudra, this Viparit Karani mudra. Yes. So it looks like there is an asana like Sarvangasana. The difference of this Sarvangasana and Viparit Karani mudra is, Sarvangasana we have to make our body straight from our shoulder level. So that is Sarvangasana. No, that we are not supposed to do with water in stomach. So we can do up to this. That should be angle. So this is Viparit Karani mudra. You can do that fast. Okay, please take it down. So if it is not possible, then we have one Uttan Padasana that everybody can do it. So if some of you are not able to do, if find it difficult, so we can get almost same result doing that. Uttan Padasana. That is, yes, starting from left leg, we breathe in, we have to slowly raise up, and breathe out, slowly we have to take down. Then right leg, slowly, we have to take, yes, down. Then both the legs. Down. So after drinking water, this is the first one, we can do it. This comes in asana. Uttan Padasana. The second one is Pavan Muktasana. So for that, from left leg, slowly, yes, then with breathe in, no. Don't raise your head first. First you, yes, then breathe in, yes. Now you, press on your stomach, hold the breath, then you raise your chin and try to touch on the knees, yes. Now first you put your heads down slowly, then release your legs with releasing your breathing. So we have to hold the breath. When you are pressing the legs on the stomach, Then we have to hold the breath for few seconds. Then slowly we have to release the legs and we have to breathe out. Similarly, the other leg, right leg, the same way. Breathe in. Please hold the breath and press it on. Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, enough. Down. Then slowly breathe out. Yeah. Then both the legs. Yeah. Yes, slowly release it. The most important is that when we are pressing our legs on our stomach, so we have to hold the breath also. Okay, so this is the second one is Pavan Muktasana, and third is Bhujangasana. Please take position first, yes. Yeah, that will be the position. Forehead on the ground, elbows pressing inwards. Okay, now with breathe in, slowly raise your head. Yes, up. Try to look that roof. Yes. Then slowly breathe out and come down. So we need not hold the breath in this posture. Slowly, as slow as possible, we should try to go up, and then as slow as possible, with breathe out, we should go down. So this is Bhujangasana, and the fourth one is Salavasana. Yes. So in this posture, Chin Sutta, the position is for the Bhujangasana, our forehead should touch the ground, and for this the chin. Left leg, slowly, without bending the knees. Yes, as much as possible. With breathe in, then breathe out, come down. Then right leg, down. Now both the legs. Please come down. Turn on your back. Turn on your back. Yeah. So, these four asanas, actually, if we can do that Viparit Karni Mudra, then first Viparit Karni Mudra or Uttan Padasana, then next is Pavan Muktasana, Bhujangasana and Salavasana. This is very important asanas. Morning we can do it. And especially we have seen that in my experience teaching different places, that the constipation one of the major problem for different reason now their lifestyle. So this will help you. So if we drink the water in the empty stomach, then perform these four asanas 4 times each. Left leg, right leg, both leg once, like this 4 times. Uttan Padasana 4 times, and if you are able to do Viparit Karani, that is maximum 3 minutes. Pavan Muktasana also, left leg, right leg, both leg once, like this 4 times. So, please get up. These 4 asanas I want to teach, and another one asana I want to teach. These 4 asanas we can drink water and do, but we cannot do any other asanas. Always when we practice the asanas, our stomach should be empty. Means if we take any food, lunch, breakfast or whatever may be, at least 3 to 4 hours. After 3 to 4 hours only we can do. But these 4 asanas we can do with our stomach filling with only water. Now another one asana I want to, that is Vajrasana. Usually we are not supposed to do any asanas after food, but this is the only asana we can do it immediately after food. It may be breakfast, it may be lunch, it may be dinner. So I recommend this. This Vajrasana can be done at night, after dinner, before going to bed. So this can be done with full stomach. So these 4 asanas and this one, Vajrasana. Only these 5 asanas we can do with stomach, means something in the stomach. Okay, now quickly I want to teach few pranayams, means breathing exercises. So now the steps goes like this: yam, niyam, just common rules, that's ahimsa.